Hello everyone, welcome to Urbanscape Bangalore, and in this episode we will not be talking about plants, but we will be discussing on planters that are ideal for your garden. So I will first touch upon the basic container types commonly found in many gardens, and towards the end we will talk about the more modern planters that are becoming popular. In this episode, we will talk about the pros and cons of using each of these materials, and finally, I will reveal my personal favorite planter for my garden. I will make sure that I will not pass judgments and be preachy on what planter you should get, but will leave the final decision to you based on your convenience and liking. So, first and foremost, we will be talking about concrete containers. Concrete containers are made up of cement and sand. The positives of concrete is that it is made of natural materials, so it is environmentally friendly. It is porous and allows free exchange of air and water, thereby keeping the roots healthy. It looks good when it ages. It is not very brittle or delicate compared to terracotta. The negatives are that it is heavier compared to other containers. The minerals in the water create white sediments on the container. The water holding capacity is lesser than ceramic or plastic. These are susceptible to cracks due to temperature variations that cause expansion and contraction in the concrete. Next, we move on to ceramic. Ceramic or ceramic is also made out of natural substances like clay, water, sand, glaze, etc. The pros are that it is environmentally friendly, it does not let the soil dry quickly because of the glaze waterproofing on the surface. It looks very attractive, especially when used for indoor gardening. The cons are that it is very brittle, it can break very quickly. It could hold a lot of water and thereby kill the plant if overwatered. It is quite expensive and it is also very heavy depending on its size. It does not allow the exchange of air through the roots. Next, we come to plastic container, which most of you seem to like because of its practicality. The pros are that it is very inexpensive, it does not break if dropped, it is quite light and holds water. Cons, it is not very environmentally friendly because these take up to 1,000 years to decompose. It is not very aesthetically pleasing. It breaks when exposed to harsh climatic conditions like rain, sun, etc. The color can fade under full sun. It holds a lot of water, so plants that like good drainage can die. Does not allow exchange of air through the roots. So most of you would buy their plants in such black containers, and did you know that these almost always end up in the landfill and these cannot be recycled? So what you can do to save the environment as a responsible gardener is to reuse this as much as you can in your garden by using it to grow new plants and seedlings. This prevents it from going into the landfill. This is definitely my least favorite container. One, it looks really bad, especially in indoor gardening. Second, it is non-biodegradable, which I'm not comfortable with. But if you still want to use it because there is no viable alternative, you can. Then we move on to my personal favorite container type, the terracotta pot, which is made out of clay or soil. Pros are that it is completely biodegradable, hence very environmentally friendly. The surface is porous, hence will allow free exchange of air and water, thereby keeping the plant roots happy. Looks the most attractive out of all the other varieties as far as I'm concerned. The older it becomes, the more attractive it looks. It is lighter compared to concrete and ceramic. The cons are that it breaks very fast. It is more expensive than the concrete or plastic containers. And finally, loss of water is higher compared to plastic and ceramic. Next, we will look at the newer types of planters which are becoming very common in gardens. So first, we will talk about the Coco Coil planters, which is super eco-friendly because it decomposes really fast. After the planter has worn out, just throw it into the compost bin and it will decompose in no time. It is also aesthetically pleasing and there is free exchange of air. However, it is very expensive, the water retention is low, and the water comes out too soon, too fast, so the plant needs regular watering. It only lasts for 2 years if kept exposed to sun and rain. And last but not the least, we move on to the metal containers which have gained popularity because of its aesthetics. It is more eco-friendly than plastic and it holds water more because of its glazed and non-porous surface. However, you cannot keep this under full sun because it heats up more quickly than the rest of the containers. They also become rusty over time due to water stagnation. So folks, I have enlisted some good and not so good aspects of these different materials. The choice is yours because at the end of the day, it is your garden and you would know it best when it comes to deciding on what containers should adorn your gardenscape. So with this, we have come to the end of this episode. If you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe. Also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. The links are given below. Thank you for watching Urbanscape Bangalore, and until we meet again, goodbye.